Hello and welcome back. This is Paige from Paige Haynes Kinesiology and Paige Haynes Official. And today I'm going to take you through the inner voice scan. So this is the little module right here. So we click this one, and this is one that I prepared earlier. But if we were actually doing this for somebody, we would click this here and it would give us a countdown. I'll show you, and then it would record your voice. I'm not going to do that because I want you to see the report that I have here that I prepared a little bit earlier. So this particular module is actually looking at the different octaves in our voice. And this is super exciting because it's kind of like a lie detector test where it will pick up the different emotions that you're feeling and then gives us this beautiful sound therapy to actually counteract that, to give you a way to move through those emotions that you're feeling. So if we click on this little auto mix button here, so when you receive this, it will come as an email. It's very simple to actually share this as an email with your client. You can just click that little button right there, and that will send that to whoever you would like. Then you come down, and this is the sound therapy part of it. So you click auto mix, which selects specific music and different tones and tempos and all the things for the person. I love to click on the 10 minutes, and then you press play. Now, it's this pulse tone in the background that's doing all of the work, not the music, okay? So we can put that down a little bit if it's a little bit annoying, but we definitely want that pulse tone happening, and we want to put some headphones in as well. So what this is actually helping with is we can see here the different notes that are out in the voice. So we have the 3 highest and the 1 lowest octave that is shown up in this report. So as we can see here, 13.8 is our highest. It goes down to the 12.9. And the next in line is the 11, okay? And then we come down, and the lowest is 4.2 by the look of it. So this is what's going to be showing up. So we have the C sharp, the D sharp, and F for me today, and then the C, okay? So we come down here, and this gives a little bit of information, which will all be on an email that you receive or your clients receive. And you can see these are the different notes that are out. And this then gives us a report of what's been going on personally for that person. So we have repetitive thinking versus creative thinking. So this means that the person might be stuck in a bit of that repetitive thinking and unable to get into that creative thinking. These emotions here are generic. Okay, so you will see them show up for each of the reports generically. However, as we go down here, this color, supportive color, is specific to the note G, which will help to balance out our note sheet C sharp, which we found was one of the highest notes. It's also going to give us these emotions. Now, these are actually specific to me or the person that you are working with. Now, I will just say with these emotions, sometimes they can be past, sometimes they can be present, sometimes they can be happening in the future. They can also be not ours necessarily, but they can be what we're around at the time, if that makes sense. So say you've got a son or a daughter or a family member or a partner who's going through some difficult times, and you're in their energy field, right? It's the quantum, so it's quantum entanglement. So it may be that you are picking up on their stress, okay? And then that might be the emotions that are showing up for you. The other thing that I love is these vitals. So sometimes that can give us some really handy information. And I will just say I've been working on my hydrochloric acid lately. So that is really interesting that they came up. Vitamin B is also something that comes up for me quite often. And then we can see these imbalances and suggestions. Now, what I love to do with this is to just take note of what is coming up over and over again. So we can see here we've got a bit of digestive, enzymes, and probiotics. And so I'm just going to keep an eye out as we scroll down. So we've got emotionally disconnected versus emotionally integrated is our next one. We see that D sharp note. Again, these are the generic things that you can have a read through. They will be relevant. The color purple will support me. So I love color therapy. It's something that I do in my kinesiology practice all the time. If you didn't have these glasses, these are part of what we offer, and you can buy these through Solex. But if you didn't happen to have those, even wearing the color purple, which I'm happening to be doing today, which is great, So down here, we have these specific emotions of grief, resentment, and emotional inertia, and I can attest to those. I don't give the potential causes too much validations because they're just potential, okay? And they can be a little bit scary when you see things like hepatitis B. So please don't put too much weight in those, but do have a look at this vitamin E, which came up for me actually yesterday to supplement in. So that's really interesting. And I haven't been having any vitamin E lately. So that's really, really interesting. Again, we have some digestive stuff. So trace minerals, digestive enzymes, thyroid support, and a few other bits and pieces there. When we come down, we have conditional love versus unconditional love. And what we're picking up on here, again, this is quite a beautiful purple color. So my purples really need to be coming into play today. We have love, lack of feeling, and emotional inertia. Now, I don't know if you remember, but up here we had this emotional inertia too. So that's interesting that that's coming up again. Again, we have these enzymes, which is just reminding me to take my enzymes, pre and probiotics, which come up quite a lot for me, and a few other suggestions there. And then the final one is our most lowest note, and often the one that we're not really all that aware of. So sadness versus inner peace. I will just say as well with this report, even if you are the most evenly keeled person and you have no things coming up for you whatsoever, you're in a perfectly balanced state, this report will always find something. So whether that is past stuff, like I said, or things that you're around, just know that it will never come up with nothing. Okay, so just so you're aware of that. So down here we have this beautiful dark blue color. Again, it's in alignment with those purples and things, right? So and actually I'm wearing dark blue today too. And the emotions we have here is sadness, fears from the past, and self-esteem conflict. And then we have some more things down here. Now, look, what's showing up for me a lot is this digestive enzymes, pre and probiotics, which I have actually been working on, but clearly not enough. So that is where I'm going to focus my attention. Limiting alcohol is in there too, which is interesting because I'm not actually drinking alcohol at the moment. So there's a few things. Oh, and vitamin E has come up again there for me. So clearly I'm needing some support in that area at the moment. So I'm going to go away. I'm going to take those lifestyle suggestions and start to put some of those into play. And then I'm going to come back up here and listen to my tunes over the next week. They're good for a week. And I'm just going to play that and with headphones in. Yeah. And that's our beautiful inner voice report. Thank you for joining me.